From early 2019, sporadic outbursts announcing the enlistment of K-pop male artists continued one after another. SHINee of K-pop boy band B1A4 joined the army last Tuesday, becoming the second K-pop male idol who started mandatory military service this year. Before that, Chang-sub from 7-member K-pop boy band BTOB went into the service on January 14. Next month, Minhyuk of BTOB is going to enroll in the army, as well as 2AM's Jeong scheduled to join in March. Minho and Ki of SHINee and FT Island's Hong-gi are also to join the military during the first half of this year. This week, Korea Now looks into the mandatory military service in South Korea. Mandatory military service in South Korea has existed since 1957 and is required for men aged 19 or older. In general, with very few exceptions, most South Korean males serve in the military. North and South Korea have technically remained at war since 1953, when the Armistice Agreement was signed, and the demilitarized zone separating the two Koreas is known as the most heavily militarized border in the world. That could be one of the reasons why the South Korean public has absolute zero tolerance for those who attempt to dodge their national duty. Even the right to conscientious objection had not been recognized before the Defense Ministry tried to introduce an alternative form of service recently. At 18 years of age, a Korean man is enlisted for first citizen service. This means he is liable for military duty, but is not yet required to serve. When he turns 19 years old, he is required to undergo a physical exam to determine whether he is suitable for military service or not. Based on the physical checkup, those who received grades 1 to 3 out of 7 are required to serve in the military before the age of 28. The length of compulsory military service varies based on the military branch. Active duty soldiers serve 21 months in the Army or Marine Corps, 23 months in the Navy, and 24 months in the Air Force. Non-active duty personnel or supplementary service personnel who receive grade 4 serve 24 months as social workers. Those who receive grade 5 are enlisted for the second citizen service and fulfill civil defense duty. Grade 6 is to be exempted from military service, and grade 7 needs another checkup within 2 years. Currently, South Korea is one of the countries that have the longest term of mandatory military service in the world. However, the service period will be gradually reduced in the coming years to 18 months in the case of the Army from the current 21 months. In contrast, wages for rank-and-file soldiers have increased. A sergeant gets paid around 400,000 won, approximately $360 a month based on last year, almost a 90% increase from 210,000 won in 2017, which means now you can earn about $6,600 when you complete 21 months duty in the Army without having to spend on necessities. President Moon Jae-in vowed to lift the payment up to 50% of the minimum wage in stages. Conditions have very much improved compared to those of 1990s, when active duty personnel had to serve in the Army for 26 months and a sergeant got paid around $20 a month. However, it is not unreasonable to say that conditions are still poor by global standards. Nonetheless, more male K-pop stars are starting their military service in their late 20s after having about 10 years of experience performing in the entertainment industry. This recent pattern is a striking development compared to Korean celebrities' disinclined attitudes and negative behavior towards mandatory military duties in the 1990s and early 2000s. A prime example is the case of disgraced Korean-American K-pop star Steve Yoo, better known here by his Korean name Yoo Seung-jun, who was charged and deported in 2002 for avoiding his duty despite his earlier promise to undertake it. Now, some critics say it was too harsh on Steve. What are your thoughts on this? Please let me know with the comments below. Thank you for watching Korea Now.